engaging pulse engine in 3, 2, 1. It's taking me to my base. I don't want to go to my base. I want to go to the fucking base station. God, this menu. Why? Oh.
Is it trying to auto path towards your the waypoint that it thinks you're reporting at?
Yeah, it's trying to auto path me to the wrong waypoint. It's very, very annoying. It's okay. It doesn't matter. I'm out of fuel. Okay, that part matters a little bit. Alright, Mandark, you want to chill out?
What? That was your takeaway? Oh no, I'm also out of pulse engine fuel. Man,
yeah,
isn't this
sucks, doesn't it?
These are some fun problems to have. This really adds to the experience to have to. Every action requires mining several resources that immediately are depleted again the moment you do it.
Creeps into everything that you're trying. I found gold. I found seven nuggies of gold, dude.
What's the name of that song? You're supposed to know all songs.
Did you describe it a little bit more than saying it's a song?
The one that I just did.
Can you repeat it?
You called Mandark, which is wrong. Oh,
is that like the tuba?
It's like, yeah. No, it's like, I think it's faster than that, more sinister.
Nah.
But it was definitely from like all those old-timey cartoons where they had like 10 songs total.
Yeah, well, they were public domain. Okay, so I have the fuel now, and then I need to make...
It would be nice if there was some asteroids for us to shoot.
It's okay. I was next to a bunch of them, so I already solved my problem.
Yay. That means that everyone has problems gone. That's how problems work.
Yeah. Well, okay. There's my problems, and then there's the irrelevant problems. Or phrased another way, there's the relevant problems, and then there's other people's problems.
Where are all the space rocks? Kinda need them to accomplish basically anything. Also, how do I shoot them? Oh, there's my rocket launcher. It overheated after one shot. Is there a better thing to fight with? There we go.
You're so demanding.
Look at you expecting results and wanting to accomplish things. What a loser.
Where's the space station trade terminal? Oh, probably on the icon that shows me for that.
Ooh, this thing's full of gold. That's nice. Rocket launchers.
Yeah, I once described computers to a friend of mine as they allow you to fail way faster than ever before.
Failing forward at the speed of light. All of my shit's full again, and this is not good.
My inventory.
Is there anything I can combine? Inventory item.
I have nothing that anyone wants, both in real life and in this video game. I just want oh, I have salvage data that I can sell for 50 grand. That's probably not worth selling, but it is sold.
Well, I was gonna say that's one of your ways of getting through the tech tree for that stuff. It's just full of ferrite dust. Gross. Get out of here. I need gold. Asteroid mining in. What do you mean my inventory is full? Isn't it looting? What is it full of? God damn it.
Okay, I need 10k more these things. I could sell a shit ton of chromatic metal, but I'm not going to do that. I would like to... Well, I fucking sold all my chromatic metal. That's not what I meant to do, and now I'm pissed.
How's that going for you? You having a good time?
I sold 200 chromatic metal.
Oh, it's a good thing you didn't spend like 10 minutes crafting that stuff.
No, it's a good thing I didn't do that thing that you said that I just did.
Yeah, otherwise that would be something that would enrage somebody, and they'd be like, grrr, my metal is gone.
Yeah, that's you know who you remind me of somebody when you say that.
Yeah,
God,
I wonder who that is.
I can't put my finger up them. It's like, wait, did I? Oh, that's great. Oh, that's such a lovely. Wait, what?
How you feeling? Feeling good?
Okay, it worked. Okay, I have a hyperdrive now.
Neat. I would love to be there. Maybe I have enough tritanium to charge.
Cell or warp hypercore. What the fuck is that?
That's what I think. The warp cell is what you craft.
With antimatter.
With your antimatter.
Yep. Okay. All right. How do I craft antimatter?
I think right now we have to find it.
Okay.
We have to. I think until we learn a blueprint for crafting it, if that even is a thing. For now, I think we just have to find it. Which I found one. Yay! I think sometimes you might be able to buy it. I'm not sure. In the original version of the game, the only real objective was to just try to reach the center of the universe, and in which case, that was the core objective. Was basically just trying to find antimatter so you could make forward progress.
Yeah, and the best part about that was when a bunch of people made the core at the same time, and they realized that it was not a multiplayer game at all.
Oh, it was way sooner than that. They found they just found the same planets, and they were like, yeah, we can't see each other.
Oh yeah, I remember that. They figured it out within like 2 hours of the game launching, right?
Yeah, that lie was so down to the wire that people, that even the people running the shit behind the scenes, like, they had to ship out like thousands of stickers for GameStop employees to put on the case of the PS4 version that would replace the multiplayer part of the label with single player. Because literally the people who made the label thought it was multiplayer.
That's fucking hilarious.
So they had to put a sticker over it to make it not a lie. Because console games feature that kind of information in like little standardized print on the side of the thing.
It's okay.
Here's another thing I find interesting, by the way. There's a teleporter here. You see this? You notice that?
Yep. Yeah, I saw that.
What happens if you click on it?
You know what's really interesting to me is that despite everything, this game managed to be a success and the people managed to make money. I don't know how they pulled it off.
Instantaneous travel between previously visited space stations and owned bases. We can travel to our base with this. Neat. And then I guess you would do the recall ship feature to get your ship to show up with you. You know, that whole mess around multiplayer was fascinating. I'm genuinely confused how it got that far and why it happened.
Okay, so in it looks like the ship scanner will point you towards where antimatter is hiding.
Neat.
So I found trace antimatter back on Tigo Tap That Ass.
Tigo Tap That Ass.
Which, now that I think about it, I think I named the planet that. Because I named all the planets. That's why they're Tap That Ass and Owo.
The game gives us a bunch of terms to label what it thinks of our milestones so far. Have you seen that?
Yeah, it's so weird.
Like Alien Encounters 3, you're lonesome. Ships destroyed 0, you're untested. Planetary zoology 0, you're an amateur. Like, it's really judgy. I feel very judged.
It's okay. I can judge you way harder than a computer program can.
I can judge you harder.
You heard about the fucking...
up, because here it comes.
you remember... Did you hear about the fucking, like, AI that people use to, like scan job applications and stuff like that?
Yes.
Oh my god, that's so horrible. It's like, now we can systematically discriminate with AI.
Yeah.
We can discriminate with twice the...
This is happening literally while it's
efficiency.
Constantly in the news that like algorithms are racist because the people that make them either are racist themselves, or they use data that's based on racist issues. So like the actual data ends up being like a weird sampling bias that fucks over anyone outside of its launch system. It's like when I'm trying to word while also looking at its interface, and I don't really know what to say correctly, but like
I get you.
It's up there with like when a tech company's like, oh yeah, we tested this out, we spent a lot of like QA on this, we worked on this crazy product, and it doesn't work if you're black.
Yeah.
Like when it's supposed to like sense humans, and it only senses white. So weird how it's really good at sensing white males, the only people that we employed.
Yeah, you've heard of how there's something I heard of where medicine is like researched way less often on women, and so like people will think like, oh, this is gonna work great, and then they actually like give it to women and it's like terrible for them. It's like, oh, that's a problem for women.
Yeah, there was the guy that was giving the talk about how like basically he was explaining that all medicine is made for essentially with men as the default, and women are treated as men that just have a lot of hormones. Yeah, they're a variation of the norm that is man, as opposed to being their own testable category.
And that's how fantasy worlds work too.
Yes.
It's like there's the orc, there's the dragon, there's the elf, and then there's the female.
Oh, who are you, the female?
Even just saying that out loud felt really, really weird.
The female.
Yes.
Okay, stop this thing where I have to wait 10 seconds for the buy items thing to show up.
How do I craft an antimatter housing? I can, in theory.
You just gotta give it a home.
It's just the.
You just gotta give the antimatter a nice home.
It's the fucking glowy thing that's not the 30 other trillion glowy things. it's the more, but also less glowy thing.
39.
All right, I have my warp core. I guess I put this back in my spaceship, and then I fly away. Use inventory.
Decrypted user data. Wait, what? I don't like that sound.
Okay, I am in
who's
spaceship, I guess.
Who's going through getting our user data in game? You can buy user data.
Oh, it's okay. You can buy a season pass to the user data.
If you aren't paying anything, then you're the product. Am I right, true. Fellow?
What, people?
Fellow people. I'm gonna try teleporting down to the base and see what happens.
All right, in space, access the galaxy map from the quick menu. There's a quick menu? Have I been using the slow menu this entire time?
They might mean the little one on the bottom of your screen that you scroll through.
Yeah, that's what they mean.
Yeah, which there's two of. There's the building one, and then there's the not building one. Which alrighty, on controller, those are mapped to up and down on the D-pad, and I always press the wrong one.
I can go to a new star system, I guess.
Neat. Don't do that yet.
Okay.
Because among other things, you want to use an antimatter to get that inventory upgrade over there. And also don't leave me.
Can I craft antimatter? That would be really nice.
No, you might have to find one. Did you already get one and then use it to make that one?
Yeah, I found an antimatter due to like just plot reasons. It just gave it to me.
Because if you can find one,
I think if I shoot enough rocks, I'll find antimatter in the rocks.
Probably not quite like that, but you're welcome to try.
It'd be nice. For now, I'm just going to use this as an opportunity to get a bunch of like gold and
we get to have a freighter.
I really just want to have like a ton of like tritium and like the spaceship fuel, you know.
Hey there, spaceship. Wow, when you autopilot it, it looks like it knows how to fly. You can tell I'm not the one running it. It's a good thing that it's a good thing that the teleporter doesn't have to be powered on our end for me to get here. Otherwise, we would have been in trouble.
When they say there's a photon engine, I wonder to myself, or not a photon engine, a photon cannon. I wonder to myself, I get fucking shot with like 100 billion photons every single day, and I'm fine. Those bastards have not brought me down at all. So, like, I do not fear a photon cannon in video games or in real life.
Your photons are powerless against me. How do you make chromatic metal?
What?
How do you make chromatic metal?
It's
because this crafting menu is not helpful at explaining it.
Copper.
It's
copper in a portable refiner.
Oh, I just sold all my copper. All right, time to go get some copper.
That fucking sucked. I used to buy the microprocessors.
I wish that you could click on the output and tell the game what output you want it to have, and then it would tell you what you needed to put in the input. Because instead,
working backwards has always been a terrible idea.
So, because instead it's like I just got to put random materials into it and then memorize which one makes the thing I want, which is not great. All right, thankfully there's so much copper on this planet.
I have a shitload of pulse engine fuel now. That's great. Too bad you can't use tritium to power the launch thrusters because it's not in the pulse engine, which that fucking makes no sense, and that sucks.
I cannot.
Oh, uranium is actually really efficient.
There we go.
Okay, never mind. So I have a ton of gold. I have a ton of gold. I assume that that's a good thing insofar as we want to make the solar panels.
I cannot get the freaking jump thing to work. There we go. What was that about solar? Yeah, we need gold for solar panels.
Okay,
we're trying to power the base, which would hopefully eventually lead to like some level of like automation where you don't have to do everything from scratch again. Oh, this copper is already mined out. Thank you for keeping it on my map.
Oh.
What is it? What is my
life?
I can't help but wonder, like, what is my computer detecting when it thinks there's copper there? It's supposedly detecting copper, and it's just not. And for that matter, how do I know if any of these knowledge stones are new, or if I already got them all?
There's something unbelievably satisfying about flying through space and blowing up asteroids. It's sort of like playing the game Asteroids. It's exactly like playing the game Asteroids.
But with no goal, and no ending, and no threat.
So, yeah, I have the one antimatter. I've already spent it, though, so I can't use it to buy that upgrade.
Yeah, I found one in the wild, though, although it was kind of in a plotty location, because I had to puzzle into getting it from that one place. You could maybe revisit that ruin, if it's even possible to find again.
I don't think that's gonna happen.
I learned the Viking word for two. T-O. So now I know is, the, and toe, and two, which are such useful words. I mean, it's time to learn how to communicate entirely without nouns.
if you know the top most common 1,000 words in a language, you can pretty much get by.
Yeah, but I'm learning the most common words in the language, which are the operative fucking words that are not nouns and not verbs. So I can't indicate a thing, describe a thing, or verb. I can only to the is, which is basically not speaking. Oh, this is also mined out. Yeah, well, I'm starting to feel like having a base is almost antithetical to the whole thing, because everything, being in one place continuously in this game just makes you depressed, because everything's mined out and all of the basic resource gathering you have to do constantly is undoable.
Well, I think that they're trying to emphasize that by the fact that all the base stuff is in a portable category.
I feel like at some point I'll just have
nomadic.
I feel like at some point we'll just have a cool freighter or whatever, and that'll be our base. We'll just be the cool
be fucking great
sky base, and you just go back to that whenever you need anything, because otherwise bases are really not great.
Oops. I didn't mean to hit stop streaming, but I do need to stop streaming now. It is 9 o'clock. I have to wake up. There? Keith, I have a piano lesson at 6:45 in the morning.
Yes, I know, your life's very diverse and interesting and busy. Look at my 1,000 skills. Don't you love hateful compliments?
Yeah. No. I was just saying I need to go to bed early. I wasn't even being like, oh, I'm so busy with all of my awesome achievements and my 32 wives. None of which fall in the category of awesome achievements.
Oh no. You really, all those 2 wives are really gonna be mad about not being included in that previous statement.
No, it's fine. If they had any pride, they wouldn't be one of the 32.
They're gonna have to all individually schedule appointments to vet their opinions about that thing you said.
Schedule appointments to
there's 32 of them, so they have to have appointments now.
Oh my god.
You
Well,
have
you know
to like
what?
schedule out all of your wife time.
You know, it's going to be a bit difficult, but what they can do is they can probably like pass it on to my assistant, and my assistant can let me know, you know,
your assistant, your vice president assistant wife.
Yeah, my executive assistant wife. All right, bye.
Goodbye. Get out while you can. I'm never gonna find this copper.
How do I save? My last save was 11 minutes ago, so how do I save when I'm already in the ship? Do I press E and then E to get back into it?
You've been in your ship for like 11 minutes straight?
Yes.
That's impressive. No, I think you pretty much have to get in and out of your ship.
But I can't because there's no planet near me. I have to go to a planet?
Chat's welcome to have additional information, but yeah, I think you have to like...
When have they ever been right about anything?
They're never right. They just lie to us, but I do think you have to actually get out of your ship to save.
Yeah, alright. I'm gonna go to a planet to get out of my ship to save.
And you'll know that their additional information they give you is true if it leads to the game saying it's saved, so... It would be nice to have a save
button. It's not that I hate chat. It's not that I hate the people in chat. It's that your advice is always fucking awful.
There are moments where it's like they specialize in being wrong. You're like,
yeah,
all right,
sometimes
thanks.
I think to myself, like, how can you be this wrong? Holy shit.
I don't know. You haven't lived till you've had your entire chat all agree on something that's wrong. Which is like that time where everyone was definitely sure that the map in fucking Wind Waker raps like Pac-Man. And everyone agreed about that, and none of them were right, and it was fascinating. Oh, my inventory's full, so I can't get this copper.
Alright.
Yay.
I have left the ship, I'm getting out of the ship, I'm leaving the ship. I do have a contribution from chat, though, that says if you jump, you go back down.
What?
Alright, you proved me wrong. You're not always wrong.
You don't always go back down.
Oops, that would be...
This is a space game after all.
Alright, bye.
Goodbye.
User disconnected from your channel.
Get out while you can. They're coming for us. They're coming for us all. This is the end. There we go. I don't know if I'll ever have time for it, but I'm half tempted to have like a freaking just a farming session where all I do is just stockpile insane amounts of like carbon and sodium and so on, and just so I can have as much as possible, because it really is a drag how often you stop for that stuff and like, I want to go on exploration missions where I try to find the inventory upgrades and things like that. But instead it's like constantly like, no, you need radiation shield shielding. That was a weird hiccup squeal thing. You need like radiation shielding and oxygen, and I'm like, chill, game. I want to farm the resources that make progress. No, you're gonna die. We're almost there. I keep accidentally scanning because that's the button I would totally map as being run. Ow. I just want to finish my starship upgrade. I want to accomplish a thing. It must happen. Where is Bird's base? Oh right, it's like way the hell away. I wonder if we built anything or not.
Radiation protection.
So I revamped my... I revamped the performance stuff, and the good news is it's not fucking up OBS anymore. The bad news is now the game actually is chugging on my end a bit, which I think it's still locking up less than the video used to be, so I think I've improved the video a bit, but it's gonna take more experimentation to figure out how to make this whole thing work. This game uniquely fights the process of recording it, and it's kind of fascinating. Copper. Make it. Make it. My base must be upgraded. Install hyperdrive by microprocessors. This will cost you approximately 95,000 credits. The game is not sophisticated enough to realize that I already bought the microprocessors and I already installed them. That's a little strange. Maybe it's not programmed to deal with the idea of, like, I already installed the part, so when it checks my inventory for microprocessors it won't find any, because I installed that one part. Hyperdrive. Ta-da! I can now go to space, but like further. I can go to super space with my warp cell, which I want to buy. I want to buy that inventory upgrade, but I also don't want to spend my only warps on that, my only animator on that. So I should. Well, the quest should find. He said a quest found him a new one, so that should be fine. Where the fuck is... Oh, I opened the wrong one. That's my crafting one. Damn it. No. What? No. What? Cave, base, Brock. What is this menu? Stop. There we go. I don't even know what that menu is. That's confusing. Alright, so we've installed the hyperdrive. Are you going to tell me where to find that antimatter that it told him to find? Hyperdrive fuel status empty. My hyperdrive's complete. Perhaps I really will find answers out there amidst the stars. But without warp cells, I will be going nowhere. I need to find the source of antimatter. Yes! Search for antimatter traces with Starship Scanner. Oh, perform scan from orbit. Okay. Oops. Keep thinking that'll make me go faster. No, not landing. Oh yeah, triggers how you go. Probably not orbity enough yet. Antimatter trace detected. Where is it? What was that highlight? Was it just the planet? That's the planet. And I met a trace. Gotcha. Please tell me that my engines are good. There we go. Fuel remaining. Enough. I'm currently holding B and right trigger and left bumper and right bumper because those are all the buttons that I press in the sequence of escalating from start flying to flying faster to going into this super speed thing. And I'm afraid to let go of any of them because they might undo the sequence. I don't want that to happen. Once again, we have returned to trigger tap that ass. I wonder if this is where it took Bird or not. Or if this is something else. That's a big ass geode. Did I name this already? Catarite. Oh. It's the weird goop again.
Thermal protection falling.
Nope. Once the crystal's big enough, you just can't.
Life support power.
I wonder why. Oh, dying again. I'm good at dying. It might be because I'm running around with no helmet on.
Technology recharge.
Get out of here. Skin contact not advised. Terminal online. Selecting key. Decrypting. Success. The terminal is clogged with an unnerving, pulsating slime. Nevertheless, it appears to function. As I touch the input panel, the alien substance reacts violently. I make a note to avoid getting closer. The device opens, revealing a single unblinking crimson eye. It deposits a sample of antimatter, accompanied by a strange message. You will find us when the time is right. 16, 16, 16. Lots of 16s. We can now make an antimatter housing out of oxygen and ferrite dust, which are relatively easy things to get. One of them is one of the things I need to live, so it's obviously not that hard to find. A research specimen. This camera needs to chill the fuck out. This keeps happening. Hyperdry status, unfueled, antimatter required. We need to make the housing now. We can work with that. What happened from me getting the sample? It didn't get a pop-up because I wanted to do the other pop-up. So many pop-ups. What did that do? Observatory detected. Shit, I should have used this on a different planet, shouldn't I? Why would the chart... The chart is specific to the planet you're currently on? Weird. I thought it was a chart to a planet because it's a planetary chart. But instead it's a chart to this planet for a specific location. Hey, a language database. Teach me words, please. That's a problem. We learned death. Oh. Bit of a dark place to start, but okay.
Technology prepared.
Nanites received. I like nanites. They don't take up inventory space. I think. Do they? I mean, credits don't. I don't think nanites do. Yeah, they're up top. So no inventory space. That's a good reward to find. Keep having to turn away from stuff to loot it because I can't. There we go. Oh, it's because you have to actually highlight it with the icon. You can't just face it, like in most games. Like once you realize that you have to highlight it with the reticle, you'll be like, well, yeah, of course, but it's actually surprisingly rare to have to point the reticle directly at something. But I guess it's built around the fact that the game's originally originally first person, sorry. And in a first-person game, it's more normal to have to look straight at stuff. But in third-person games, you normally just kind of point your character at it, and I'm not really looking at where the dot on the screen is, because that usually doesn't matter. What's glowing over here? Unidentified material. I mean, I know what you're called. It's inevitable. Oh, wait, not OO Prime. I'm on a different planet. He's, there we go. Trickle tap that ass. Minerals. It's the Cowpat 3000. There we go. Gross. Just gross. And I can't mine it. I'm not cool enough. Alright, well, I was gonna, once I got the antimatter, stop. But now I gotta go get that thing I just found. Ooh. Ooh. They're just lying around here. Yeah, I don't try to play without Bird, but I just accidentally discovered a thing that's that's specific to me on this planet, and I should just... probably should just go there and get that done, so I'm not trying to do it when he's here. And, like, being like, hang on, I got this side venture to go on. Yeah, I always have to press E. You can't press X. And the game freaks out because I'm holding left trigger on the controller and E on the keyboard, and it's switching back and forth between the two control schemes, and it leads to the weird flickering. Oh god. I'm out of launch again. There we go. What do you mean? I clearly have enough fuel. There we go. It keeps saying not enough fuel. Look at them little ships flying around. Wonder what they're up to, because there ain't jack all around here. Whoop! 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 Careful. Yeah! I am just stealing at this point, right? Ooh. The Lukilov encampment. More navigation data. This is all good news. What's this? Oh. It calls my starship. I guess things didn't go well around here. I can just take what I want. Like, there's just money lying around. So either I'm robbing somebody right now, or things are have gone very bad around here, which kind of leaning towards the latter, although they have power, so technically their base is still better than ours. But it might not have any life in it. Yeah, this base is way better than all of our gross wooden garbage. Oh, no, there's people here. I'm definitely just stealing then. Corporal Douse. The warrior stares at me hostile, fiery eyes. I must seem pitiful to them, frozen and bedraggled after my time outside. Nevertheless, the life form bows in greeting. Tradition and honor perhaps dictated it. Grah, the interloper is the Viking. Also, words are in between those. I don't feel in danger, but am about to turn and leave when the creature points towards my multi-tool. They bark with concern and motion to suggest that I should hand it over. Sure. Maybe he'll upgrade it. I take my multi-tool and examine it, holding it close before tossing it away with a derisory snort. Instead, they offer me an improved replacement multi-tool. Hey, it's almost certainly way better because my other one was garbage. Also, it's called the Dream Irradiator. It is full of crystals and life. It's like the fucking Zerg. It's a nightmare. Let's compare. Okay, it's better in every way, right? Analysis visor, scanner, mining beam. Yeah, the standard stuff's there. Is the terrain manipulator there? I'm losing the terrain manipulator. That's kind of a problem because I need that for mining. But it has a bunch of other cool stuff going on and it has so many slots. So that's... long term, it's probably worth it. Mass accelerator. I wonder what the short circuits mean. He's just handing me like a fucked up, damaged, broken piece of shit. What's up with these? Technology is critically damaged. What is it? Technology requires all subsystems to be repaired before use. But it doesn't say what it is? How do I not know what it is, but I'm apparently going to repair it? Anyway. Definitely need to work on making that. It needs to have it does need to have a terrain manipulator. I kind of need that for my basic shit. Hopefully installing this didn't take away my ability to mine the stuff I need to make this, because that would really suck. What a ridiculous, gnarly, cool-looking, insane multi-tool, though. The Viking Observatory. A beacon sent long ago from a distant system awaits my response. 3 numbers are visible above an empty input box. I think I know what comes next. 1702. 7021. 0217. 2170. It's the really simple puzzles from before. I discover a location within the distant stars. Oh, it's telling me about another one of those beacons for learning more words. I'm now Viking accomplice. Okay. Ah, so it just told me there's an ancient ruin back at our base. Cool, I'll explore that with Bird. I also might tell him this place exists so he can fly here next session, because this maybe is worth him checking out. I didn't know what I was getting involved in. Alright, well, that's gonna be it for tonight, everybody. I'm gonna go on my ship and save. If I can find the fucking door again. Oh, here we go. Is this the one that opens? There we go.